Hi and welcome back to Marketing Gems. So we're counting down to Christmas, we're looking forward to the end of the year, and it's time to project forward and think about what the marketing trends might be for 2019. So for this week's Marketing Gems, I want to share with you the common marketing trends that us marketers are talking about and help you understand how you might apply them to your business. So number one on the list of marketing trends for 2019 is marketing strategy and planning. Now I am pleased as hell that this is on the list of trends because it's something that I bang the drum about constantly. So just to make it clear, marketing strategy is about where you want to go and marketing planning is how you get there. So as I've been talking and working with a lot of self-employed business owners, one of the common things is that they don't have a marketing strategy. They run straight into the tactics. So having a marketing strategy will help you be successful in business, and I'm really pleased to see that's on the list. So a top tip for any businesses that don't have a marketing strategy is stop before you jump into the tactical side. So rather than struggle to think about what to tweet, what to post, what to write, get your marketing strategy in place. It will help you no end. There's a free marketing strategy manual at the bottom of the blog that goes along with this video, so do check that out. Second on my list of trends for 2019 is voice search. Now, Google and Siri have some competition. Hello to Cortana and hello to Alexa. 50% of searches, online searches, are supposed to be by voice by 2020, according to Forbes. So that's an absolutely huge shift, and it's something that all businesses need to wake up to. So if you're involved or have got an interest in search engine optimization, that's going to change too. At the moment, a lot of search engine optimization is to write for robots so they can crawl your website. So it's all about the keywords. But if you think about the way that you would type and ask Google a question compared to how you would ask Google a question out loud, it's slightly different. So if you were typing, you might say something like Indian restaurants near me. Now, if you were asking Google, you would say, what are the nearest Indian restaurants to me? So it's posed as a question. So my top tip for businesses when it comes to looking at the trend of voice search for next year is to make sure you are addressing key questions with your content that people will find you and you are brought up in those searches. The third trend this week is social media audiences. Believe it or not, the landscape is changing. The government has this report. Have a look at the link that goes with this video. The blog gives you details and graphs to go with it. But the government has a detailed report of those steady changes in age-related use of those different social media platforms. And surprisingly, all demographics, bar those over 55 on Facebook, are declining. So 55s are increasingly using Facebook, and the rest of us are slowly weaning ourselves off. On the flip side, you've got Instagram, which has an increase in all age groups, in all demographics, but particularly between 24 and 35 years old. So they're expecting a real increase in Instagram ad spend over the next year. The other surprising social media platform that's seen a shift in its demographics is Snapchat. It's not just for teens, apparently, even though I was presuming you had to be under 30. I thought it was a bit like a gated community for those under 30, but apparently not. There are more and more, again, 24 to 35-year-olds that are going on to Snapchat. So what does all of that mean for your business and business owners? So as social media audiences change into 2019, before you go rushing off and closing your Facebook and jumping onto Instagram, you need to consider your audience. You need to make sure your audiences are there and that your audience would listen. So that's where you comes back to doing your market research as part of your marketing strategy. So just know your stuff and know your customers inside out before you jump into it. The fourth trend for 2019 is emotional economy. Now, this one's a little bit jargon, so I'm just going to break that down. Basically, all it means is knowing your customers, knowing what their fears are, what their dreams and wishes are, and knowing how you can connect with them on an emotional level. Now, emotional intelligence is key because right now, robots haven't mastered it. It's something that's unpredictable and distinctly human. So it's something that we still own without the robots taking over our jobs. So when it comes to your business and emotional economy, what does that mean? Well, it means you need to get to know your customers inside out. You need to know their fears, their wishes, their dreams. So do your research, ask questions, send out surveys, whatever it would take to gather that information about your customers. Get to know them, and then you can create content on the back of what would resonate with them. The fifth trend for marketing in 2019 is brand storytelling. Now, this is huge. The topic of your reason why and your purpose has been high on the priority list for some time, but now it's really taking hold, and it's something that every business needs to wake up to. This is all about your brand being authentic. It's about a customer being able to relate to you in some way. So for a business to be able to harness the trend of brand storytelling, what you need to do is combine emotional economy and your brand storytelling. Have you and your customers got something in common? Have you achieved something that they would want to achieve? Think about that when you're trying to tell your brand story and hook them in emotionally whilst telling your story. The final marketing trend of 2019 is customer service strategy. So this is all about the customer experience. Now, a lot of companies have a marketing department, a customer service department, and those lines are now blurred. Even if as a self-employed small business owner, you might have a marketing resource, and then you might outsource maybe telemarketing or somebody to handle your calls or queries on your website. But those lines are completely blurred, that they're becoming one. And you have to really think about all those touch points along the way. Where do your customers have engagement with you? Where do they react? Where do you react? So you need to have that strategy of what that journey and what that experience looks like for a customer. One of the reasons you have to map out that customer experience is because behaviours are changing. We now have what's called micro moments. So this is where we're in the moment and we want to know an answer. And because technology has enabled us to get those answers, you have to be there to react. So as a business, when you're creating content, you need to consider the micro moments that your customers might have. Micro moments can be, I want to know, I want to go, I want to do, I want to buy. So all of those types of moments that a customer might have, you need to be able to address that with your content. So again, go back to thinking about voice search, thinking about what questions your customers might ask, and then address them by creating pages, blogs, content that fulfills those answers. So quick wrap up for today's marketing trends for 2019. Create a marketing strategy and marketing plan before you dive into doing the tactics. Think about the questions that you can answer rather than focusing on keywords. Research where your audience is. Know your audience inside out. Tell your story and make your content useful and relevant. So that's it for this week's Marketing Gems. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel for more details, and I'll see you next time.